Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, and I help people just like you take control of their lives, find clarity, and achieve their full potential. Today, we're diving deep into something that I know is on your mind, your life goals. How do you actually make them happen? Not just dream about them, not just wish for them, but truly, tangibly achieve them. It's about more than just a to-do list. It's about designing a life you're genuinely excited to wake up to every single morning. Setting goals isn't just about writing down a list of things you want to do someday, it's about crafting a vision for your life and breaking it down into achievable steps that move you forward with purpose. Think about it, when you have a clear destination, every step, no matter how small, feels significant. It's the difference between wandering aimlessly and walking a path you've intentionally chosen. This isn't about adding more pressure, it's about giving you a framework, a powerful set of tools that will empower you to stop procrastinating and start making real progress. Whether you're stuck in a rut, feeling like you're just going through the motions, or maybe you're just starting your personal development journey and feeling a bit overwhelmed. Or perhaps you're already doing well, but you're looking to level up and reach new heights. These 3 strategies will give you the clarity and motivation you need to succeed. These aren't just theories, they are practical, actionable techniques that have worked for countless people, and they will work for you too. So, grab a notebook, get ready to take some notes, and let's dive into it. Alright, let's get straight into our first strategy, and trust me, this one is a game changer. It's called Begin with the End in Mind. This powerful concept comes from Stephen Covey's incredible book. Most people set goals based on what's immediately in front of them. You know, things like I need to get that promotion at work, or I want to lose 10 pounds before summer. These are all fine goals, but they often lack a deeper connection to what truly matters to you. We rarely stop, take a breath, and ask the bigger, more crucial question, why? Why do I want that promotion? What will losing weight give me? What is the purpose behind saving that money? So how do you begin with the end in mind? It starts by asking yourself some pretty deep questions. What kind of life do I genuinely want to live? How do I want to be remembered? Gaining clarity at this fundamental level gives real, unshakable purpose to your everyday goals. For example, if your long-term vision is to live a healthy, vibrant life with your family, then a goal to run a 5K or adopt a clean eating plan has more emotional weight. It's no longer just a task on your to-do list, it transforms into a lifestyle decision. That 5K isn't just about physical fitness, it's about vitality, longevity, and connection with your loved ones. That clean diet isn't about restriction, it's about fueling your body to live out your deepest values. This why becomes your rocket fuel. So, before you even think about writing out a single specific goal, take some time to visualize your ideal life. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who are you with? What are you doing? How do you spend your days? Don't hold back. Let your imagination run wild. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's an active process of creation. You could also meditate on it. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and allow yourself to step into that future reality. Feel the joy, the peace, the fulfillment that comes with living this life. When you know your ultimate destination, it's so much easier to filter out distractions and make decisions that are in true alignment with where you want to go. That big why becomes your North Star, guiding you through challenges and keeping you motivated when things get tough. Okay, so you've done the deep work, you've started to visualize your end in mind, and you have a clearer picture of the life you want to create. That's fantastic. Now, how do we translate that big, inspiring vision into concrete, actionable steps? This is where our second strategy comes in, setting smarter goals. You've probably heard of SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And those are great, a solid foundation. But we're going to take it a step further with the SMARTER framework. We're adding 2 crucial letters, E for evaluated, and R for readjusted. And let me tell you, these 2 additions are absolute game changers. Why? Because life isn't a straight line. Life happens, things change, you change, your priorities might shift, and your goals need to be dynamic and flexible enough to adapt to these changes, not rigid rules that make you feel like a failure if you deviate. Let's quickly break down each letter of SMARTER so you understand its power. First, S for specific. Your goal needs to be crystal clear. Get healthy is vague. Walk for 30 minutes, 5 days a week, and drink 2 liters of water daily is specific. You know exactly what you need to do. No ambiguity means no room for excuses like I don't know where to start. Next, M for measurable. How will you track your progress and know when you've achieved your goal? If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. For the walking goal, you can measure the number of days you walked and the duration. For a financial goal, it could be a specific amount saved. Measurability provides feedback and keeps you motivated as you see yourself making progress. Then, A for achievable, or attainable. Your goal should stretch you, yes, but it also needs to be realistic given your current circumstances, resources, and time frame. Setting a goal to run a marathon next week when you haven't run in years is setting yourself up for disappointment. Instead, aim for a 5K in 3 months. Achievable goals build confidence and momentum. R is for relevant. This is where your end in mind from Chapter 1 comes roaring back. Does this goal truly matter to you? Does it align with your overall vision and values? If your goal isn't relevant to what you deeply desire, your motivation will fizzle out pretty quickly. A goal to learn coding is great, but if your vision is to be an outdoor adventure guide, it might not be the most relevant use of your time right now. And T is for time-bound. Your goal needs a deadline. A deadline creates a sense of urgency and prevents procrastination. I'll write a book someday as a dream. I'll complete the first draft of my book by December 31st is a time-bound goal. It gives you a target to aim for and a time frame to work within. Now let's talk about the game-changing additions. E for evaluated. This means regularly checking in on your goals. Are they still working for you? Are you making progress? What's working well? What obstacles are you facing? This isn't a one-time set-it-and-forget-it deal. You need to schedule time, maybe weekly or monthly, to review your goals, just like you'd review your finances or your work projects, and this leads directly to R for readjusted. Alright, we've talked about starting with your ultimate vision, your end in mind. We've covered how to make your goals smarter, so they're clear, actionable, and adaptable. Now, for our third strategy, reverse engineer your goals. This is how you take those big, exciting, smarter goals and transform them into a practical, day-to-day action plan. Break down your big dreams into smaller, manageable milestones and then into weekly or daily tasks. It sounds simple, but its power to eliminate overwhelm and build momentum is incredible. Most people get stuck because the gap between where they are now and where they want to be seems too vast. Reverse engineering bridges that gap. Let's say your smarter goal is to start your own online coaching business within the next 2 years. That's a fantastic goal. But just looking at start a business in 2 years can feel overwhelming, right? Where do you even begin? This is where reverse engineering comes in. You start at the finish line, your successful business launch in 2 years, and work backwards. What needs to happen right before you launch? Maybe you need to have your website live, your service packages defined, and your first marketing campaign ready to go. Okay, so that's a milestone for, say, month 22 or 23. Now what needs to happen before that? Perhaps in the 18-month mark, you need to have your brand identity finalized, your legal paperwork sorted, and your core content created. Keep working backward. To get to that 18-month point, what needs to be in place by 12 months? Maybe that's when you've completed your coaching certification, thoroughly researched your niche, identified your ideal client, and started building an online presence through social media or a blog. And before that, at the 6-month mark, perhaps your goal is to have completed initial market research, taken a foundational business course, and saved a certain amount for startup costs. Do you see how this works? You're taking that massive 2-year goal and deconstructing it into a series of smaller, more achievable sub-goals or milestones. Each milestone becomes a more immediate focus. Suddenly, start a business doesn't feel so impossibly huge. Instead, your focus for the next 6 months might be complete market research and take a business course. That feels doable, doesn't it? But we don't stop there. Now you take each of those milestones. Let's stick with complete market research and take a business course in the next 6 months. And you break that down further into weekly or even daily tasks. For market research, your weekly tasks might include: Week 1, identify 5 competitors and analyze their offerings. Week 2, survey 20 potential clients about their needs. Week 3, research keywords for my niche. For the business course, it might be dedicate 5 hours per week to course modules. Complete 1 module per week. Now you have a concrete action plan. You know exactly what you need to be doing each week and even each day to move towards that 6-month milestone, which in turn moves you towards your 12-month milestone and ultimately towards launching your business in 2 years. This method removes the guesswork. It removes the feeling of I don't know what to do next. It gives you a clear roadmap, a step-by-step guide that you've created for yourself. Think of it like building a house. You don't just show up one day and build a house. There's a precise sequence of events. Lay the foundation, then frame the structure, then install the plumbing and electrical systems, then the drywall and so on. Each step is essential and builds upon the last. Big goals are exactly the same. They are simply the sum of many small, consistent actions performed over time. Reverse engineering helps you identify those critical small actions and the order in which they need to happen. It turns a marathon into a series of manageable sprints. And this isn't just for business goals. You can use this method with any type of goal you can imagine. Before we wrap up, I want you to do this, and I mean right now, or at least commit to doing it today. Don't let this just be another video you watched. Let it be the one that sparked real action. First, write down one long-term vision for your life, that end in mind we talked about. Just one to start. Second, choose one smarter goal that directly supports that vision. Make it specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, and be ready to evaluate and readjust. And third, take that smarter goal and start to reverse engineer it. What's the first, smallest step you can take? You can start today, right now. Don't wait for the perfect time, because spoiler alert, it doesn't exist. The stars will never perfectly align. There will always be something. Progress begins with one clear step forward, however small, and if you want a free worksheet to help you do all of this, to walk you through defining your vision, setting a smarter goal, and starting the reverse engineering process, check the link in the description below. I've created a simple PDF to guide you through these exact steps. Setting life goals isn't about having a perfect rigid 5-year plan that never changes. Life is too dynamic for that. It's about knowing where you're generally going. That's your vision. It's about being intentional about your direction. Those are your smarter goals. And it's about staying flexible and adaptable along the way. That's where evaluation, readjustment, and reverse engineering come in. These 3 strategies, beginning with the end in mind, setting smarter goals, and reverse engineering your path, will help you design a life that truly excites and fulfills you. A life lived on your terms. Remember this: the goals you set, and more importantly, the goals you actively pursue, shape the person you become. They influence your habits, your mindset, your skills, and ultimately your destiny. So choose them wisely, commit to them fully, and be kind to yourself by adjusting as needed. Your future self, the one living that vision you just wrote down, will thank you profoundly for the courage and effort you invest today. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more tips on taking control of your life. I'll see you in the next video. And please let me know in the comments what topic you would like to see a video on next.